This is the movie that I think ended the good luck streak in the money making for Menachem Golan. This is the movie that he started to go broke. All the heads of departments, and especially the effects, took him for so much money because there was so many problems. Stan Winston took him for so much money, millions upon millions of waste on purpose. And I was behind the scenes. I work hand in hand with effects as a stunt coordinator. And I constantly try to explain to our producer, production manager, David Walmart, who's a great friend of mine, who did the Ninjas, two of the Ninjas. He was a producer, production manager, that this effects, Stan Winston is raking Canon Films for all kinds of money. There are things happening that shouldn't be happening here, you know, and they couldn't do anything about it because Winston had a contract. But there was so much waste. Things were breaking down all the time. Things didn't work on purpose. You know, that big space.
The brain thing, the big brain monster thing. Is that what you're talking about?
We all called it something else though. And the minute that was revealed to the whole crew, you should have heard Karen Black. You should have heard Tobe Hooper. You know, every day Tobe Hooper complained about it, but he had no choice because it was built already. Nobody went to see the end result, or they had no drawings, you know.
Why do you think McKim, I mean, he obviously, I guess, must have just loved Tobe Hooper because, I mean, he gave him 3 big productions that were like, for Canon movies, the 3 Tobe Hooper movies are pretty big budget for Canon films.
It was at this stage, just right before this movie, that Menachem Golan decided he wanted to do an Academy Award winning movie. And people were persuading him, if you get major actors and if you put in major money, you know, we'll get you that, you know, Academy Award. And he put in millions and millions and tens of millions of dollars, and all these actors that he was getting, whether they were once big stars or not big stars now, but in his mind, because he's Israeli, you know, people like Karen Black, you know, and the other actors in Invaders from Mars. Between Winston and between Tobe Hooper, so much time, and those costumes, I had to hire little people for it. And they had no vents, no oxygen in there, no air. And picture this, I would go inside there. You couldn't put in anybody bigger than 5'8" in there. So I would hire a stunt guy to go in there, and then a little person to go on my shoulders, the stunt guy's person, to go on the shoulder. There was no system where you put me in first and put the little person in. And I would have to work some devices, and the little person up high on my shoulders would have to work some devices, whatever we had going on. So it wasn't a one person or another person working it. We would have to work it, and they would break down all the time. And we were only able to stay in there like 3 minutes at a time. And the little person, maybe a minute and a half, you know, because they're more fragile. So I had more little people quit on me on that show than you can imagine that I've had in my whole lifetime, that 1,000 stunt guys have had quit on them in their lifetime, big or small, because the little people couldn't take it. You know, it was so hard on my shoulders, and to be confined and only be able to breathe for like a minute. It was impossible. So there was a constant turnover in my little people.
It's all right, boys. It's all right.
How's he know they're boys?
Shut up. I think I have something that belongs to you. This is yours, right? This is yours. Go. That's right. I'm Mark Weinstein. Dr. Weinstein. I'm from SETI. SETI, the Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. And you do understand me, don't you? You do. They do understand me. You see? They do understand me.